Good afternoon. I'm glad to have my friend Aaron Vick from GS Harry from San Francisco. And we are trying to do something. Aaron, look at these two tea. These all are Tieguanyin.
Yeah.
And they are all heavily baked.
Indeed.
So we have always remind our customers or friends, you got to cup it. If you buy the tea just by seeing it, you really cannot tell the difference. And Aaron is really a very good tea master, and he's doing all the cupping, is an evaluation about these two tea.
Yeah, I noticed right away when I look at these two teas, I know they're the same variety of the tea plant. These are both Tieguanyin, but I see a difference in the way the leaf is rolled. And this one has a nice polish on the leaf. This one is a little more of a matte kind of color. Also, this is a bolder leaf with a very tight roll. Looks like it's been baked many times. This one looks like maybe, I don't know, maybe fewer times baking. You can see a little bit of the matte finish here. If I had to guess, I would say maybe this one is a little nicer tea just based on the appearance, but it's kind of hard to say just from looking at it.
So you still have to cup it,
So
right?
we have to cup it, and so the first important thing, of course, is to smell the leaf. So when I smell this one, that has a very nice, deep, rich, dried fruit smell to it.
Okay.
And a very mild kind of toasty smell. This is a little more bright kind of a dried fruit taste, but also a stronger toasty smell. So seems to me like maybe this one is a little more of a high fired note. And this one is maybe low fired or maybe fired repeatedly over many times.
So my friend, from Aaron, now you can tell this tea looks very similar, but I don't let you sip yet.
Let me see.
And smell to it, it's still very close.
Yeah, very close.
But now the magic will be the sipping. So can you?
I have to say, when I taste this one,
yes,
the flavor comes out very immediately. Right? This has a bright, sharp taste right up front.
Yes.
Okay. This one, but also that taste fades kind of quickly. When I taste this one, my first impression is I'm almost asking myself if there's not much there, but slowly the flavor kind of blossoms at the back of the mouth. This has a long, deep, kind of rich finish in a very soft, mild kind of way. To me, I think maybe this is the nicer tea.
Aaron, I have to be honest with Aaron. If I pay $7 for this one, I have to pay $50 for baking only.
Is that right?
Yeah. This maybe if they take maybe 1 day or two, that will take a whole month.
Sure.
This one is really very well controlled on the temperature and slowly. And Aaron, the finish.
Yeah.
I was shocked. This is the same material we give to the tea master who baked the tea for us.
Yeah.
And this is another way of baking. That's another way of baking. And when I serve this tea, most people were shocked too. They say, are you sure you don't glaze with any sugar?
Oh, this one?
Yes.
Is that right?
They have the sweet finish.
Yeah.
And so people doubt it. They say you glaze with sugar. And that is how exactly I want to let our friend to know is the baking technique actually is another way of making tea. When we deliver the same tea from the same crop to the factory who doing the baking, and this is coming back, but this may be only 1/7 of the money you pay for this. They really use more charcoal.
Yeah.
And take longer and more patient to control the skill.
Yeah. And I think that shows in the subtlety of this tea and in the way the finish has more staying power, more development over time. This tea is more of a short burst of flavor. This one has a long development.
And the reason I like my friend to join me to do this, I know Aaron also is a martial art, professional. When you do the martial art, some people really show, the gesture, beautiful, right? But some master don't show that. But the master really have kung fu. And this kind of tea, in the tea category, we say it's a kung fu.
Yeah.
It takes time to master skill, and also you really have to be patient. Do everything very disciplined to make it.
Yeah.
So I really like this tea so much, and we name it as a Tieguanyin. So I believe it is the TKK.
TKK.
Yeah,
Nice.
it's based on Tieguanyin cultivar, but it's TKK.
I see.
And this one, it's just like traditional people do the tea. They rush to bake the tea. As long as the tea looks like this, it's ready to go.
Sure.
And the tea will usually have a more apparently is a firing.
High fire
high
note
firing.
up front,
And the
yeah.
color looks very similar.
Well, yeah.
But only when you sip it. So you have to do the cupping completely. You don't just see it and you just smell it. You really have to sip and then to do it different.
It's an excellent illustration because the true difference between the teas does not come out until you taste it.
And now you see when it cooled down,
Absolutely.
it's amazing.
Yeah. It's a great example of the difference of the skill in firing.
I really don't make any blame. They say, Thomas, is this glazed with sugar?
Yeah.
I say, well, that's a compliment to me,
Yeah.
but it's natural to be baked this way.
Yeah.
I thank you very much,
no,
Aaron.
Thank you, Thomas.
Thank you very much.